Hello dear students, this is grade 11 mathematics lesson on unit 11 mathematical application in business. Today we will focus on ordinary annuity and depreciation. So after completing this lesson, you are expected to calculate future value of ordinary annuity and solve problems related to depreciation. So let's continue to the lesson. Ordinary annuity is a series of equal payments made at the end of consecutive periods over a fixed length of time. Maybe, for example, you may seriously deposit a certain amount of money monthly. So we call that ordinary annuity. So to calculate the future value of an ordinary annuity, we use this formula. The future value of ordinary annuity is given by this formula, where this is the future value of the annuity, and this one is the regular deposit, and I is interest rate per period. This N is this number of periods. So you'll have this one, where R is a periodic payment, and or maybe it is a periodic deposit, and here I is this interest rate per period. I is given by R over M, where R is the interest rate per year. This M is the conversion factor. If it is monthly, the conversion factor it is 12. If it is quarterly, the conversion factor will be 4, and so on. And N is it is the number of periods. It is given by the conversion factor times time, where time is in year. And the amount of interest of this ordinary annuity is given by this formula. The interest is given by the future value of annuity minus the regular deposit times the number of period of deposit. So when you multiply this, you calculate the amount of deposit, and this one is the future value of the annuity. So if you take the difference, you will get the interest. So let's see example for this one. Here we have Elizabeth deposits per 350 at the end of every month into a saving account that pays an interest rate of 12% per year, compounded monthly. So how much money is in her account at the end of 5 years, and what is the amount of interest? So let's see this. Here this 350 birr is this a monthly deposit. So we have R to be 350 birr. It is a regular deposit, and the interest rate per year is given to be 12%. So I have to convert this to I. I is given by the interest rate per year divided by the conversion factor. Since the interest is compounded monthly, the conversion factor is 12. So you divide this by 12 and you get 0.01%. So, and T is 5 years. You are asked to find the amount of money at the end of 5 years. So T is 5 years. I have to convert to the number of periods. So you multiply this 5 by the conversion factor. So 5 times 12 gives you 60. So we have 60 periods. So using the formula, you will have this one. The future value of annuity is given by the regular deposit times 1 plus I the power of n minus 1 over I. So this is equal to the regular deposit is 350 times 1 plus I is 0.01, the power of 60 minus 1 divided by 0.01. When you evaluate this, you will have this one, 28,584.38 birr. To calculate the interest, you use this formula. Interest is given by the future value of annuity minus the total deposit. The total deposit is given by regular deposit times the number of periods of deposit. So this is equal to the future value of annuity we have calculated here. It is 28,584.38 minus the total number of deposit is you deposit 350 regularly for 60 periods, so you multiply this. So finally you will have this one. When you solve this, when you simplify this, you will have 7,584.38. So this is the interest. Now let's continue to the next part. Depreciation. Before depreciation, let's see some terms. Asset. Asset is any physical thing. It may be tangible or intangible, like patents, copyrights, and goodwill that have many value. So this asset, it has many value, tangible or intangible quantity that has many value. We call it is asset. We call it asset. So we have two groups of asset: plant asset and current asset. So first let's see current asset. Current asset or financial asset. This current asset or financial asset is a cash and other asset that may reasonably be expected to be recognized in a cash or sold or consumed within 1 year or less, within 1 year or less through the normal operation of the business. We call current asset or financial asset. Plant asset, or we call it fixed asset, is this a tangible asset used in business and not held for sale, in the ordinary course of the business operation, that are of permanent or relatively fixed in nature. For example, if you take equipment, it's a plant asset. And if you take machinery, buildings, and so on, these are, we call them fixed asset. So let's continue to the next part. Now let's see what depreciation is. Depreciation is a decrease in the usefulness of an asset with the passage of time. When a certain material, its usefulness decreases throughout the time. So we call this depreciation. The estimated value of an asset after its useful life is over is called scrap value or salvage value. So after its useful time is over, it have a certain value. The asset will have certain value. That value we call it is salvage value or scrap value. Book value. Book value of an asset is an item's value after accounting for depreciation. Or in short, book value is simply the difference between cost and accumulated depreciation. So let's see the methods of calculating depreciation. We have different methods of calculating depreciation. Here we will see two methods: fixed installment method and reducing balance method. Let's see first the fixed installment method, or we call this straight line method of determining depreciation. So in this method, the depreciation allows for equal periodic charges to expense over the estimated life of the asset. It means it allocates the depreciation amount equal for every year throughout the life of the equipment, throughout the life of the material maybe. So under this method, the depreciation is charged evenly every year throughout the economic life of the asset. So the periodic depreciation charge of an asset is expressed as depreciation using straight line method is given as cost minus salvage value divided by estimated life. So let's see example for this. Office furniture was purchased on September 30, 2013 for BIR 2020. The salvage value of the furniture is BIR 250 and the estimated life is 10 years. So what is the book value at the end of 2016 using the fixed installment method or straight line depreciation method? Now let's proceed to the answer. Here the cost is given, it is 2020 and the salvage value is given to be it is 250 BIR and the estimated life of this equipment is given to be 10 years. So applying the formula, you will have this one, the depreciation per year. It is given by cost minus salvage value divided by estimated life. So this equal to 2020 minus 250, salvage value is 250, divided by the estimated life is 10. So you will have this one. The depreciation rate per year will be it is, when you evaluate this one, you get 177 BIR per year. This is the depreciation rate per year. So to find the book value, we need to have the accumulated depreciation. Here, if you count the year, the material was purchased on September 30, 2013. So for 2013, we have 3 months. So we need to calculate the depreciation for these 3 months, and next to that, the depreciation will be for 2014, 15, and 16. We have 3 years and 3 months. So because of this, we have the depreciation rate per year here. So I need to find the depreciation rate for months also. So I need to convert this to per month. To convert this to per month, you divide this one by 12. So you will have this one. The depreciation of this per month will be it is 177 divided by 12. It gives you 14.75 BIR per month. So the accumulated depreciation for 3 months and 3 years will be equal to, for 3 months, the depreciation rate per month is this 14.75. So we have 3 months, you multiply by 3 since the depreciation is the same throughout months. And for the remaining 3 years, the depreciation rate is this 177 per year. So the depreciation rate is the same throughout the year. Therefore, you multiply 177 by 3. So the accumulated depreciation on this time interval will be equal to, it is 575.25. This is the accumulated depreciation at the end of 2016. Next to this, we need to find book value. To find book value, what to do is simply you subtract the accumulated depreciation from the original cost. So you'll have this one. Book value is equal to cost minus the accumulated depreciation. So this equal to the cost of the material of the furniture is this 2020 minus the accumulated depreciation on this time interval is this 575.25. So when you subtract these, you get 1444.75. This is the book value of this material at the end of 2016. So let's continue to the next part. The next part is reducing balance method. The reducing balance method, or we call it this declining balance method, yields a declining periodic depreciation charge over estimated life. In this case, the depreciation every year is not equal. The name indicates it's a reducing balance or declining balance method. So, of several declining techniques, we have double declining balance method. So, double declining balance method, to use this one, we have a formula for double declining balance method. So, in this method, the annual depreciation percentage rate is given by 200% divided by estimated life. So, we'll have example for this. A company machine is purchased for 4,000. The expected life is 4 years. Use double reducing balance method to prepare a depreciation schedule. So, first I need to find the depreciation percentage rate per year. The depreciation rate percentage is given by this equation: 200% divided by estimated life. 200% divided by the estimated life, here it is given to be 4 years. So when you divide this, you will have 50%. Now next to this, we can calculate the depreciation of this material every year using this percentage. So let's see the answer in tabular form. At the beginning of year 1, its book value, it is 4,000 birr. It is 4,000. So in this year, the depreciation amount will be, it is a depreciation rate, it is given, we calculated here, it is 50%. That means it is 0.5. So the depreciation at the end of this year will be, it is the product of the two. The depreciation rate is 50%. So, or multiplying these two, you get 2,000. It depreciates by 2,000. So the accumulated depreciation here is only the first year's depreciation. You will have 2,000. And the book value simply, it is the difference between the original cost minus the accumulated depreciation. So original cost, it is 4,000 and the accumulated depreciation, it is 2,000. Their difference gives you 2,000. So the book value at the end of the first year will be, it is 2,000. Next, for the next year, the depreciation will be computed on the second year's book value. At the beginning of second year, you will have 2,000 birr. So this 2,000 will depreciate by 50%. So the depreciation will be this. When you multiply these two, 0.5 by 2,000, you get 1,000. This is it. And the accumulated depreciation will be the sum of the depreciation of the first year and the second year. So when you add these two, 2,000 plus 1,000, you get 3,000. Get 3,000. So the book value at the end of the second year will be simply, it is the original cost minus the accumulated depreciation. The original cost is 4,000. The accumulated depreciation is 3,000. The difference gives you, it is 1,000. So the book value at the end of the second year will be 1,000. So this will be the book value of the material at the beginning of the third year. So at the beginning of the third year, you will have 1000. So this 1000 will depreciate by 50%. So 50% of 1000 gives you this 500. So the accumulated depreciation is the sum of the depreciation of the first year, second, and third. So when you add the first year depreciation is 2000, second 1000, third it is 500. So when you add this, you get 3500. This is the accumulated depreciation for the 3 years. So to find the book value at the end of the third year, you will simply take the difference between the original cost and the accumulated depreciation. The original cost it is 4000 minus the accumulated depreciation is 3500. When you take the difference, you will have 500. You will have 500. So this will be the book value for the beginning of fourth year. So as the beginning of fourth year, its book value it is 500. This 500 depreciate by the rate of 50%. So when you multiply these two, you get 250. This is a depreciation for fourth year. And then the accumulated depreciation will be the sum of the depreciation for the 4 years, 2000, 1000, 500, and 250. When you add this, you get 3750. So the book value at the end of 4 will be the difference between the original cost and the accumulated depreciation. The original cost is 4000. The accumulated depreciation is 3750. So when you take the difference, you'll have 250. Therefore, this is a depreciation schedule of this material. So this is it. To summarize what we have seen today, the future value of ordinary annuity is given by this formula. S is equal to, the future value of annuity is equal to regular deposit times 1 plus interest rate, the power of period minus 1 over the interest rate per period. So depreciation means it is the decrease in the usefulness of an asset with passage of time, and the estimated value of an asset after its useful life is over is called salvage value or scrap value. Book value is simply given by the difference between cost and accumulated depreciation. And the periodic depreciation charge of an asset for straight line method is given by this equation. Depreciation rate per year is equal to cost minus salvage value divided by estimated life. Try or do these exercises, exercise 11.5 and exercise 11.6 on page 448 and 452 respectively. This is all about today's lesson. Until next lecture class, goodbye.